Most people eat grapes as a snack and think nothing of it. But what if that small handful you toss into your mouth every afternoon is quietly working on your heart, your brain, your bones, and even your sleep, all at the same time? Because according to the science, that is exactly what is happening. And by the end of this video, you are never going to look at a grape the same way again. Let's start with what is actually inside a grape, because most people have no idea. 1 cup of grapes, that's about 22 seedless grapes, gives you 21% of your daily copper, 18% of your daily vitamin K, solid amounts of B vitamins, potassium, manganese, and vitamin C, all in roughly 104 calories. But the real story isn't in the vitamins. It's in something far more powerful hiding inside the skin and seeds of every single grape you eat. Antioxidants. Grapes contain some of the most potent antioxidant compounds found in any fruit on Earth. We're talking resveratrol, quercetin, anthocyanins, catechins, lutein, beta-carotene, and ellagic acid. All working simultaneously inside your body to neutralize the free radicals that cause cellular damage, accelerate aging, and drive chronic disease. And here's what most people don't know. The highest concentration of these compounds is in the skin and the seeds, not the flesh. Which means every time someone peels a grape or reaches for grape juice over whole grapes, they're leaving the most valuable part behind. Now let's talk about what these antioxidants are actually doing once they're inside you. Because the list is longer than most people expect. Starting with your heart. The potassium in grapes helps dilate your arteries and veins, reducing blood pressure naturally. Meanwhile, the resveratrol and other antioxidants actively protect against high cholesterol. In a study of 69 people with high cholesterol, eating 3 cups of red grapes daily for just 8 weeks lowered both total cholesterol and LDL, that's the dangerous kind, significantly. Red grapes specifically, not white. The pigment matters because that's where the anthocyanins live. Now your blood sugar, and this surprises most people. Grapes contain about 23 grams of sugar per cup, which makes a lot of people assume they're off limits, especially for anyone managing diabetes or blood sugar. But grapes have a low to medium glycemic index score, meaning they raise blood sugar slowly rather than spiking it. More importantly, the resveratrol in grapes actually improves your body's response to insulin. A review of 29 studies covering nearly 1,300 adults found that grapes and grape supplements significantly decreased insulin resistance. Resveratrol protects the beta cells in your pancreas that produce insulin, increases insulin sensitivity, and helps your body maintain stable blood glucose levels over time. Eaten in moderation, grapes don't just avoid hurting blood sugar management, they actively improve it. Now let's talk about your brain, because this is where the research gets genuinely fascinating. In a 12-week study, healthy older adults who took a grape supplement daily showed significant improvements in attention, memory, and language compared to their starting scores. Another study found that drinking grape juice improved mood and the speed of memory-related skills in healthy young adults, in as little as 20 minutes after drinking it. 20 minutes. And then there's resveratrol's relationship with Alzheimer's disease. Research suggests resveratrol may protect the brain by reducing inflammation and helping clear amyloid beta peptide, the toxic protein buildup directly linked to Alzheimer's development. Your brain runs on blood flow and anti-inflammatory compounds. Grapes deliver both. Moving to your eyes. Most people don't think about eye health until something goes wrong. But the compounds in grapes, particularly resveratrol, lutein, and zeaxanthin, have been shown to protect against some of the most common age-related eye conditions. Resveratrol protects retinal cells from UV damage, reducing risk of macular degeneration. Research also suggests it may guard against glaucoma, cataracts, and diabetic eye disease. Meanwhile, lutein and zeaxanthin improve visual performance and slow age-related eye decline. All from a fruit most people grab without a second thought. Your bones are next, and the science here often shocks people. Grapes contain potassium, manganese, and vitamins B, C, and K, all essential for maintaining bone density and preventing osteoporosis. but it's the resveratrol that really stands out. In a 2-year study of postmenopausal women, a group at high risk for bone loss, taking resveratrol twice daily improved bone mineral density and significantly slowed bone loss, reducing the risk of major fractures and hip fractures. 2 years, meaningful, measurable bone protection, from a compound found in grape skin. Now let's talk about aging, because grapes may actually slow it down. Resveratrol has been shown in research to mimic the beneficial effects of calorie restriction, one of the most scientifically validated ways to extend lifespan. It reduces oxidative stress, enhances the body's stress resistance, and activates a gene called SIRT1, which is linked to longer lifespans in multiple studies. It also activates a protein called sirtuin, which regulates cellular aging and cell death. Now, most of these studies have been conducted in animals, and we need more human data. But the mechanism is real, the compounds are present in every grape you eat, and the direction of the research is consistently pointing toward longevity. There are also 4 benefits that most people never connect to grapes at all. And these deserve their own moment. The first is antimicrobial protection. Resveratrol has been shown to inhibit the growth of dangerous bacteria and fungi, including E. coli, Campylobacter jejuni, and Candida albicans. When added to food, it actively prevents bacterial growth. Grapes are also a solid source of vitamin C, which supports your immune system's ability to fight infection. The second is skin and hair health. Resveratrol penetrates the skin barrier, increases collagen concentration, and protects against UV damage. Animal studies suggest it may also promote hair growth by protecting follicles from environmental damage and stimulating the cells responsible for new hair production. The third is digestion. Grapes are 81% water and contain fiber, a combination that reduces the time it takes stool to move through your colon, increases fecal weight, and supports regular bowel movements. If you struggle with constipation, whole grapes, not juice, are what the research supports. And the fourth, and this one genuinely surprises most people, is sleep. Grapes are one of the very few whole foods that are a natural source of melatonin, the same hormone your body produces to regulate your sleep-wake cycle. It's concentrated in the grape skin, which is why it also appears in grape juice and wine. If you want to use grapes to support better sleep, timing matters. Eat them in the early evening, not right before bed, to work with your body's natural clock rather than against it. Now, a few important distinctions before we wrap up. Whole grapes versus grape juice. The juice production process, which involves heating, can reduce antioxidant content by up to 44%. On top of that, juice removes most of the fiber and concentrates the sugar. Whole grapes slow your blood sugar rise, keep you fuller longer, and deliver significantly more of the compounds we've been talking about. Whenever possible, choose the whole fruit. What about wine? Red wine does contain resveratrol and antioxidants, and moderate consumption has been linked to benefits for heart health and diabetes risk. But it has no fiber, and heavy drinking, more than 4 drinks per day, is associated with increased risk of heart disease. Current guidelines recommend no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men. And less is always better for your health. The bottom line on grapes is this: they are one of the most antioxidant-dense, nutrient-rich, and versatile foods you can add to your daily routine. They support your heart, your brain, your eyes, your bones, your immune system, your skin, your digestion, and your sleep, often simultaneously, through a collection of plant compounds that researchers are still uncovering. And all you have to do is eat a handful, fresh, whole, with the skin on. That's where the real power lives. If this changed how you think about what's in your fruit bowl, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more content like this, and drop a comment below. Are you a red grape or green grape person? The answer might actually matter more than you think.